As most of you are probably aware, last week saw the passing of the King of Thailand, King Bhumibol Adulyadej. As my way of showing respect, I'm going to take a break from my usual video format for this week. Just give you some information about what's happening in Thailand now, as well as some information about the King as far as I know it. I'm certainly no expert on the King of Thailand, but I've never been into a house in Thailand where there hasn't been a picture of the King that's been prominently visible. This isn't because of laws or anything, this is because the people here have a genuine love of the King. Thai people all around the world see the King as a father. In fact, they don't even really refer to him as the King. Generally, they refer to him as Dad. The King did a lot of amazing things for Thailand and for the Thai people and for the betterment of their lives. There's a great documentary that I'll put a link to below if you want to see more about that, called The Soul of a Nation. Really encourage you to watch that, especially part 2 of it, where you can see a lot of the King's tireless work. It really conveys a strong feel for the man and for what he did for the Thai people. There's also another great video if you want to understand some of the sentiment and emotion in the country at the moment. It was an interview done by CNN a few hours after the King's passing was announced, with a Thai lady who spoke English on the street outside the hospital where the King had passed. Again, I'll put a link to that one below. It'll give you a really good feel and a bit of an understanding of how the Thai people feel about their King. He certainly was an amazing and talented man. Among his many skills, he was a scientist, engineer, inventor. He won gold medal at the Southeast Asian Games in sailing in the late 60s. He was also a talented musician. He played about 6 instruments. He was a composer, an author, and also a linguist. He spoke more than 7 European languages. As I said, he certainly was an amazing man, and he will be very dearly missed in Thailand. Over the last 6 days since the King's passing, I've received quite a few emails from people asking me about the situation here. Thailand is slowly returning to normal. There is a month of mourning. What that means is there won't be any live music concerts, there won't be live music in bars, and a number of festivals that were planned for that time are either going to be postponed or will be toned down a little bit. Restaurants and shops, however, are open. A lot of bars were closed for the first 3 days after the King's passing. Bar owners were asked to shut down for 3 to 7 days. I went for a walk last night in my local tourist town, Ao Nang, and probably about 85% of the bars were open. So pretty much, unless you were planning on coming to Thailand for live music, a concert, or a big festival, then I don't think your plans will be changed too much now that things are returning to normal. I'll put a link below to the Tourism Authority of Thailand site with their closures and announcements as they come to hand. It's a good place to check if you want to keep up to date with what's going to be affected. So that's it for today's video. I hope it's been helpful, and I'd really like to take this opportunity to express my sincere and heartfelt condolences to Thai people wherever you may be around the world. I'll see you next week.